Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas, and pay heed all who enter, and beware, these Jayhawks can play a little football too. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Hawkeyes will kick it away to start. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So Kansas offense will get the first crack at it here. When your quarterback takes the field, you want him to look just like this guy, exuding confidence.
Yeah, the it factor. He's the man. Nobody questions it. Everybody on this team knows they've got his back, and he's the leader.
Everybody in this stadium also knows the offense goes as this guy goes. He has got to play well today.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Jayhawks decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Makes a move. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Hawkeyes offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Unloads it left. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the single back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Tackled after picking up the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
The Hawkeyes are threatening on 1st and goal. Go straight ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa! Ready to try the point after.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Fires to the big fella. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. He'll do it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Jayhawks want to move quickly.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game, man. With his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a 4th quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Looking for a man. It's Lamb. He's right on target. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. And the Jayhawks send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to run it. They bring him down, but... to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of the other guys, too, so Good luck stopping him.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in the rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different and give this offense something to think about.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Here's the handoff. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking downfield, it's Lamb. Finds his target down the middle. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
They'll give it to the back. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Holding.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Quarterback will audible. Off play action on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
Of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. To the air, it's Lamb. Setting up the screen. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And we've we take a moment to check out the stats so far. And to open the second quarter, they'll start with a field goal try. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stop ball and get you the football.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him, okay? I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're playing for the pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
The Jayhawks headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man to the left. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
On the option. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. 3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Here comes the option. And the Jayhawks will keep this drive going.
You got to wonder if that's a moral victory for this offensive line, because they have not been running the ball well at all game long. But on that short yardage situation, they finally pick it up, and maybe that's going to be the catalyst for them to get this thing going and spark the run game.
Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
And guys, they've come through on the first 2 third-down tries. This one might be a little tougher. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Got some room to run. The 20, 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Hawkeye. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
from the gun. The running back looking for room. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And how about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Trying to make magic on the scramble. As they say, touchdown, first down, or get down. He gets down. The Jayhawks line up to punt it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Iowa has the ball back on offense. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. Takes the handoff, it's Hall. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Went to the running game on first down, now second down. Little over anxious, out of the stands early, and it's a false start.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to throw, it's Lamb. It's complete on the right side. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quarterback checking off. On third down, going up top. Throws to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The ball hits at the 5 and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Kansas gets the ball back and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. And the Jayhawks will punt it away on fourth down. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Typically, at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk-aversive, but it is good field position. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after...
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Dropping back, it's Lamb. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. And the Hawkeyes are in the hurry-up. The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. It's complete to the left. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
And that's good enough for a first down.
He wants to throw. On the run, still looking. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Iowa! What a grab and go for the score.
And there's so many targets to focus on and so many elite playmakers, and they just lost him. They lost the running back out of the backfield. He catches the football, does the rest, takes it into the end zone. What a nice weapon to have on your team.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. The Kansas offense returns to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And you've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Works his way through the traffic, and he picks up 8 yards on the play, and this one's much more manageable on 4th and 3. The Jayhawks will call on their punt team. He gets a block. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Looking deep down the right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw for it. Good timing on the quick out. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. Looking to pass. It's Lamb. It's complete. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Short throw to the sideline, complete, and he'll pick up the 1st down. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And the returner will be brought down. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Jayhawks will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Line gets set, first down. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Power football with the run.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll run play action. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The sure hands, it's Webb. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Lamb. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains.
And that's what defense is all about, understanding the situation. It's 3rd and long. I'm going to drop back. I'm going to make him throw that ball underneath to the running back and then do my job. Go corral, tackle him, and force the 4th down.
They just need a few more inches here on 4th down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
The Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. They move the tight end all over. He leaves it with the back.
Hold it. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Working that left side now. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. Huge
might just think that dude's a power back, but what a great job coming out of the backfield, become a wide receiver, and then guess what? When he gets in the open field, that's not a lot of fun to try to bring to the ground. That's a big boy.
They'll go to the counter. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Nice move there.
Tackle on the play at the 17-yard line. Second down.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Give to the running back. Smashes through. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Wants to throw. It's Lamb. Pocket starts to collapse. He caught it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. Touchdown, Hawkeye! And the punishment has been extended. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Plows through the defense. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. To the ground to try to move the chains. Tackle is made after the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Lamb. Makes the grab on the left. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
They'll leave it with him. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. working that left side. Hey. And he's got plenty for the first down. The Jayhawks are rolling down the field.
42 Spider.
The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Quarterback adapted. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They've been great on third down. Now to finish the deal on 1st and goal.
Design quarterback runs. There's so many of them, so many ways to do it. But either way, it's about getting that extra blocker and getting a dynamic athlete. These quarterbacks are all dynamic athletes. They're basically running backs now, playing quarterback, trying to get them in space. And you can see he does the rest. He can chew up those yards quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. Listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback didn't have a chance. I mean, when you get to the QB that fast, Jesse, you're still processing information, for goodness sakes.
And you're getting to the sideline whenever this drive is over, and you're asking for help from your offensive coordinator. You're asking, hey, can we slide our offensive line and help out blocking this guy? Can I get a tight end to stay in and maybe get it?
Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk! Snag and strolled his way into the end zone. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Iowa has the ball back on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. Right back to the well. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to run for it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. The Hawkeyes will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Kansas offense returns to the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
To the air, it's Lamb. Got his man on the right. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Now improvising. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. And the Jayhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. A strike downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Black 24.
Trying to find his man on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. They knock him down at the 40. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Firing to the right, complete.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it.
Get set. Get set.
Looking to throw, it's Lamb. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Trying to take it back. And after the pick, everybody going the other way, and he crossed midfield and got it to the 47.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost done.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Open space at the 25. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.